Welcome in to all my YouTube family. I decided to go live tonight for a little bit. Of course, I'm a little bit early. I'm like 5 minutes early. Oh, there goes a big camper. Big old fifth wheel there. Jimmy, hey Jimmy, what's up, buddy? Hey, thanks for coming in, Jimmy. How's Jimmy Spencer doing? Hey, David C. Perkins says, glad you're alive. Yeah, I'm alive and live, David. So you don't have to worry about taking no medicine. Hey, Angie saying, hey, Jeff and Tootsie. And Jimmy's asking me how I've been. I've been doing pretty good, Jimmy. I can't complain. My schedule is different now. As far as sleep schedule. There's Fred and Connie saying, hey to Jeff and Tootsie, how's Fred and Connie doing? And Jimmy says he's doing wonderful. Fred's saying hey, Angie's saying hey. Yeah, y'all get in here and say hey to everybody. But yeah, David, you don't have to worry about having any medicine this week. Just get to see me and Tootsie now for a little bit. Angie saying hey. It hadn't rained here today. I think it rained last night, but it hadn't rained here today yet. But we got chances of rain. It's definitely a cloudy day. Probably have another pretty good sunset tonight from right here. Just depends on if them clouds can get gone in time. Let's see, everybody's saying hey to everybody. Fred says, I wonder why your sleep schedule is different. You already know, Fred. And I'm surprised you even texted me that a little bit ago too, Fred. Good Lord. I mean, you'd think I would know. I got to give you a little bit of a hard time. But Fred knows what I'm talking about. He has texted me something a little bit ago before I went live. I gotta give my buddy a little bit of a hard time. David says, hey to Jimmy, hope you're doing fine tonight. Yeah, I knew you was meaning Jimmy there, David. And Jimmy says, we got 8.25 inches of rain in 2 weeks. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it, Jimmy. I think we ended up getting like 5 inches or something like that, give or take, here out of that storm last week. I mean, I know those people got way more than that. But it's definitely turned everything back green here. That's for sure. I do have some news to tell y'all, though, as far as one of our YouTube family channels. But I'll wait till everybody gets on in here before I tell it. Some of y'all might already know about it, on the kind of Facebook. But I'm gonna tell it in here too, though, because some of y'all might not know. Let me get back to the chat here, because there's Virginia Alexander. There's the leader of the pack. She's always our go-to, especially when it comes to food. She's saying hey to everybody. Fred says, just giving you a hard time, buddy. Yeah, I know that, Fred. And Blaine, there's Blaine. Blaine, Lord, I ain't seen you in a while as far as in VR, but I know what you got going on. So, I mean, I can definitely understand that, but I'm glad you come in tonight, and I hope you get to feeling better. He's saying howdy, friends and neighbors, and Angie's saying hey. Jimmy says, yeah, that's what we got out of the storm was 5 inches. And Fred's saying hey, Virginia's saying hey, Blaine's saying hey, everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. That's what I like as far as YouTube Live, where we all say hey to each other and stuff. Tootsie's laying over here beside me, but I hadn't shown her yet. Is your I know, Blaine, you won't care if I ask on here. Is your shoulder getting any better, Blaine? Because I know that's why you hadn't been in VR. So I meant to text you too a little while ago too, Blaine. I was going to text you just to check on you because I knew I hadn't talked to you. Uh, but I'll ask you in here if you don't mind. I hope your shoulder gets better. I'm glad Miss Virginia's better. For the ones of y'all that might not know, Miss Virginia's a lot better. I checked on her the other day. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. That one car must have had engine trouble or something because it was making a weird noise trying to come up that hill right there. I don't know if y'all are hearing that or seeing it or what. Hey, Erica. How's Erica doing tonight? Thanks for coming in. Hey, you're welcome, Miss Virginia. Anytime, and you know, there goes an old car right there. But you know me, Miss Virginia, we all try to look after each other. Blaine says, no, I wasn't on at all yesterday. Well, it comes and goes, really. Just old age, I guess. Well, I mean, I can understand that too, Blaine, because, over at the campground, last year and this year, I'd done things that I probably shouldn't have done. And boy, you talk about being sore and being in pain, but I tough through it. So you're right. The older we get, the harder it is on our bodies. But I hope it gets better for you though, there, buddy, because I know the feeling. And everybody's saying hey to Erica. I believe that was a Ford. I think it was a Ford Fairlane that went by too, right there at the intersection. I don't know if y'all caught it or not. I just happened to see it. I'm not sure if that's what that was or not, but it kind of looked like one. Oh, yeah. So you mowed yesterday, Blaine, and that set you back. Well, I can understand that too. I mean, that yard, especially if you're already hurting, and then you got to go do yard work. All that does is just re-aggravate stuff as far as body-wise. Virginia, she's asking me if I'm still cooking on the Blackstone. Well, that's a good question, Virginia, because I hadn't even really mentioned that anymore. When I got home, when I got home from the beach, I should say, if I remember right, is after I got back from the beach, I got that thing out, and I actually cooked on it the first morning there. But what's crazy is the way my stovetop is. I got a cabinet right above my stovetop, and y'all give me, y'all say hi to each other, but if somebody chats to me or whatever, give me a few minutes here because Miss Virginia's asked a question. The way my glass stovetop that I cook on, there's a cabinet right above it, and so I set the Blackstone there to cook on it, and I couldn't raise my lid all the way up. So then I had to move the Blackstone over to the countertop, my sink countertop, to where I could put the lid up or whatever. And I done that, I think, for the first 2 mornings, and then I just got to thinking that, heck, it's just as easy for me to just use 2 pots and pans like I normally do and just cook on my glass stovetop and be done with it. So, and it's because of where I'm having to put my Blackstone. But then here's the honest truth though, and this was just like a couple weeks ago. I'm laying in bed and I get to thinking, I thought, well, I don't really have to have that lid or the glass top on that Blackstone. I could just take it off and then set the Blackstone on my stovetop, my glass stovetop that I got, and just cook away. And I might end up trying that again. Just take that darn, because all it does, it's just on a hinge. I mean, there's nothing to it. You just pull it at one angle and slip it out of the hinge, and then get the other side out of the hinge, and off it comes. You know, there's no, you're not having to unscrew nothing or do any work to it. But I went back to just using my pots and pans, or that's what I've been doing ever since. But I did though. I mean, no kidding. It's been just like a few weeks ago. I was laying in bed one night, and I got to thinking. I thought, well, heck, I could just take that darn glass top lid off of it and just cook there on the stovetop. So that way, if it does, excuse me, I'm drinking my Coke. You know, just splash the grease out onto the glass stovetop like it does when I cook on it. So, because I do miss cooking on that thing, but I actually kind of miss cooking outside. I always enjoy cooking breakfast outdoors, but I just don't do it at home. So let me get caught up with you guys, because I was answering Miss Virginia's question there right quick. Erica's asking how me and Tootsie's doing now. We're doing good, Erica. Cannot complain. Hey, Pam. Pam saying hey to everybody. David says, some of my friends gave me a birthday party last Sunday. The rumor is I'm 75, but there's no way. That's right, David. That's right. You only feel, how's the old saying? You're only as old as you feel. I had to think about it for a second to tell it right. And I don't know if we'll see the Harvey 5 in here tonight or not, because I know some of y'all know, but they are in Pigeon Forge enjoying the heck out of their vacation based off what I've been seeing. So I don't know if we'll see them in here tonight or not. Let me get back because it jumped on me. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Blaine says, I have had a hard time slowing down. A lady wants me to move a cabinet tomorrow. Would that lady be your wife, Blaine? I'm just guessing. Pam saying hey, Jimmy saying hey, Pam saying hey, everybody. Hey, Jimbo's cruising, saying hey, everybody. Hey, Jimbo. How's Jimbo doing tonight? And Fred saying hey to Jimbo. Everybody saying hey. Hey, Kentucky Leisure saying, well, hello, Jeff and Tootsie. And hey to everybody. Hey, thank y'all for coming in. The ones that's just getting in here. I appreciate everybody coming in. Virginia says, tastes better when cooked outside for some reason. Yeah, you're right about that too, Virginia. It smells better. It tastes better. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But now at home, though, I don't get the same feeling for some reason. I guess because I'm home. But I tell you, when it's real good and when it's the most fun is when you go either to a campground or you pretty much really get out in the woods and cook. That's when I really enjoy it. You know, get off the beaten path and then go fix a meal. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. So I'm caught up with the chat, so if anybody else wants to ask me something or jaw about something, you know, go right ahead. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. I know I got one in here that's watching that's not typing right now. Or at least I think. I don't know for sure. Kentucky Leisure saying hey. Hey, JT Adventures. Hey, how's Josh doing? And Fred's saying hey to Josh. Erica says, what do you get from an elephant's trunk? What do you get from an elephant's trunk? I don't know, Erica. Go ahead and answer that for me. I'm sitting there thinking. I'm still pondering on that, Erica, to see if I can answer it before you tell it. What do you get from an elephant's trunk? whiplash or something. Water. Heck, I don't know. Yeah, I'm in Lenore, Jimbo. I'm still in Lenore. I'm still in Lenore. But a 6 foot booger. Or 2 6 foot boogers. Lord have mercy. Well, that's a good one, and that definitely makes sense. Because the 2 nostrils, as long as those trunks are. Virginia goes, yuck. But yeah, hang in here, Jimbo, because I got a couple things I'm going to tell. And I'll wait just a little bit longer on the, because I was telling earlier, one of our YouTube families is asking for prayers, and some of y'all probably already know who it is based off Facebook. But I was going to tell it in here too, because I know they won't mind, because we all know them. But I figured I'd just, don't really want to call it a shout out, but in case they watch the rerun or something, they'll know that we're all sending them prayers. Virginia says now son and daughter-in-law are looking for land to buy in North Carolina. Yeah, you was telling that last week, Virginia, because I was asking you where, but then I told you that you didn't have to tell that in here. But if you wanted to text me, if you know where and you wanted to text me, then shoot me a message. Because then if you and hubby's able to travel and they do move here to North Carolina, you might be having some more company coming to see you. Because I'd make that drive just to come meet you in person. You wouldn't have to feed me, don't get me wrong. You wouldn't have to feed me. Wouldn't want you to cook or feed me or nothing. Just getting to meet you, I'd be tickled to death. David says, I went to the memory loss clinic this week. They told me what to do. I know I forget stuff anymore. I just forgot what they told me. David, I think he's telling that as a joke there. At least I hope he is. If not, then let me know, David, because I don't. That's one of them questionable things, David, where I don't know if you're serious about that or if you're actually telling a joke. So, let me know for sure if you actually did do that or if you're just telling a little dad joke there. Jimmy says, what about fall rod run? And I think he's asking me if I'm going to be at the fall rod run. Right now, I'm going to say no, Jimmy. That could change. That could change, but right now I'm going to say no because I really don't have any plans to go back over to Pigeon Forge as far as this year. But, it could change. But then again, a lot has changed for me just since I've talked to y'all last week. Kentucky Leisure says, FYI, I got to know everyone's first name over the last couple of years. I thought I'd let you know that my name is Rick. Oh, okay. Well, I definitely got to try to store that in my brain. So it is very nice to meet you, Rick. So Rick is Kentucky Leisure. And hey, I'm sure all of us in here appreciate you letting us know what your name is. So thank you for that, Rick. Just in case anyone cares to know if I'm a he, she, they, or Lord have mercy, Rick. that's a good one, Rick. Right there at the end of that. Everybody saying hey to Rick. Okay, Virginia says Smithfield area. I'll have to look that up. Virginia. I'm figuring that's going to be way east of me. I'm guessing, but because the name don't sound familiar to me, so I'll look that up. Everybody, I figured it was David. But I just wanted to make sure because I know with memory loss and stuff like that, I know that can be a sensitive subject sometimes because I know that is a disease. So that's why I was kind of sort of walking on pins and needles there for a minute. But that's a good one though, because I have heard a joke similar to that, where go to that and they tell you what to do, and then you forget by the time you walk out. Josh says we need to meet next time in the area that he's in the area. Well, yeah, we can do that, Josh. I don't know, depending on when though, Josh, because I've got some stuff that's come up here, and of course I'm gonna mention one of them here in a little bit. Leslie says I'm at the island and not getting a great signal. I wish I was. Well, I can understand that, Leslie. I think they've either done something with the cell towers or where everybody's on their phones now, because you remember I tried to go live there at the spring rod run, and for some reason I had the first night I had to wait till 9 o'clock. Then the next night I had to wait till 11 o'clock before I could even get a signal, and I was going to the same exact spot. The only thing that I can figure out common sense wise is they must have been more people in town and had their phones on and was either watching stuff or using it, and it's just sucking up the darn signal. That's the only thing I can figure out. So I know that's aggravating. But yeah, Josh, I'll definitely meet up with you. If you're in town and I'm in town, next time you're in the area. You got me on Facebook, so shoot me a message on Facebook to let me know, and then I'll let you know. I mean, if I'm here, we'll meet up somewhere. And then everybody's saying hey to Rick. For the ones that's just coming in, Kentucky Leisure, he let us know that his name's Rick. So everybody say hey to Rick. Jimmy's, he's got one eye open there. He's nervous about the info, I guess. And then Jimbo's asking Rick what part of Kentucky. Yeah, I figured it was down east, so I guessed that right. So Virginia's saying closer to Raleigh. That's still not too far for me though, Virginia. I can get to Raleigh in like 3.5 hours. That's not that bad of a drive for me. Josh is saying hey to Leslie. Fred's saying hey to Leslie. And I think asking her if she's enjoying her vacation, or either saying for her to enjoy her vacation. Josh says it's all good, don't have to work out. I'm trying to figure out what he's really saying there. But yeah, it just whenever you're in town, Josh, or that you're going to be in town, hit me up. We'll try to get something worked out. Virginia says they are interested in 56 acres with 52 covered with trees. Wow. So they're going to have a big old area. That's awesome. Leslie says, hey, everybody, it's crowded for some reason. Everybody's getting in them, all the families are getting in them last minute vacations in, Leslie, because not all kids are back in school yet. So I could see it being still crowded over there. Rick says, I live in northern Kentucky, Jimbo, about 20 miles south of Cincinnati. And Josh says, Larry's breakfast looked good this morning. It did. I saw that too, Josh. Virginia's saying, hey. Leslie says, yes, he loved that breakfast. And then Jimbo says, Rick, you passed by us on your way down I-75 about 15 minutes east of Lexington. That's what Jimbo's saying to Rick. And then Blaine's saying, hey to Larry and Leslie. Jimmy Spencer's saying, hey to Leslie there, and hope that she has a wonderful time. And she's thanking Jimmy. And then Josh is giving me thumbs up. And I'm caught up on the chat. So while y'all are in here, TME TV, Teresa, she put a post on Facebook there that her sister needed some prayers. I don't think she told exactly what all was going on or what had happened, but that her sister just needed some prayers. So I figured I'd let all y'all in here know uh, to let. Well, I don't know why the ambulance is here. All it was just a car had broke down. I don't know why the ambulance is here. What's going on with that? I mean, the police is down there too. Y'all can see it down here in the left hand. So I don't know. Well, I hadn't really been paying attention to it either because I've been paying attention to y'all. I'm not going to bingo yet. People sending me invites to bingo. So I'm doing a live show. I'll be in bingo after a while. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Yeah, okay, yeah. Blaine. Oh, yeah, I was telling about Teresa. That's what I was doing. Yeah, Teresa, TME TV's Teresa, Tommy's wife. Her sister, I guess, got something going on and just needs some prayers. So for the ones that didn't know about that, you know, you can send them some prayers on our YouTube channel or however y'all want to do it. Oh, is that Jaded? See, it tells me the name, but it didn't tell me the avatar name, Blaine. So that was Jaded that just sent it. Well, tell Jaded I'm live on YouTube right now. But Blaine says 56 acres, enough for a family reunion with a covered shed, cooking with Virginia. Then Virginia goes, Blaine! Laughing. And Rick says 15 minutes east of Lexington, Jimbo. I normally take US Route 27 through Paris and then get on 85 from there. And then this Yahoo is going to block our view. Bigger than crap. He's going to block our view. I ought to holler out the window here and say, move on up some there, you big dummy. Hey, William Smith. Hey, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming in. Says, well, hello, everyone. Made another Jacksonville trip. Got back today. I tell you, you burn them roads up, but of course I know that's your job, William. And everybody's saying hey to William. Blaine says, yeah, Jaded sent me. Yeah, I read that already. Hey, Paula. There's Paula. There's another bingo buddy of mine. A fella VR friend that I play bingo with. Who's a holler? And then, let's see. Hang on, because it jumped on me. Virginia says, oh my, she lost a sister. Shorty, right. So, yeah, and I'm sure she'll appreciate the prayers, Virginia, because I knew her other sister just passed, what was it? Earlier this year or late last year. It wasn't that long ago. And hey, Natalie, saying hey, folks, and Turkey Foot. Blaine says, hey, Paula, I won't be in bingo tonight. And yeah, I can't remember if I told Paula. I think I told Paula last night why you hadn't been in bingo, because she's actually asking about you, Blaine. And from where Fred had told me. So I told her last night, actually. And Jimbo sending prayers. Paula saying hey to Blaine. Fred saying hey to Natalie. Paula saying hey to Fred. Paula says, what's going on? I have really no idea, Paula. All this just happened. A car was breaking down. It was trying to come up the hill, and the car and I heard the engine kind of not running right, and then they backed up, and then the guy come up here and walked, but I didn't see anything else happen. And next thing I know, here comes the ambulance, and the law's here now, and then this Yahoo's blocked our view. Let me get back. And then Angie's sending prayers. Paula saying hey to me again. Natalie saying hey. William says it takes a minute. It takes a minute at 64 miles an hour. Yeah, I know it. I know it does, William. When you can't, run 5 miles over something and have to go like below the speed limit, it takes a little bit longer. Gary with 2 R's, there he is. Hey, buddy. Hey, Gary. And then Paula said I had told her about Blaine. Rick saying hey. Erica sending prayers to Teresa's sister. Virginia saying, hey. Joshy and Stacy saying, what's up, people? Hey, Joshy and Stacy. How are y'all doing? And then Paula goes, wow. And William says, I do 75 if the truck would go 76. I'm sure you would, William. Everybody's saying hey to Joshy and Stacy right now. Everybody's saying, hey, Teleco Toys. Hey, Teleco Toys. Saying, hey, what's up, everybody? And everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Hey, Arrow. So Arrow's watching. Hey, Arrow. Hey, Arrow. I'll show Tootsie here in just a minute. Since you're on here, I'll show Tootsie here right quick. William says they found a body in a shallow pond near the Pepsi entrance yesterday. Really? Well, that's not good. Everybody's saying hey to Joshy and Stacy, and they're saying hey back to everybody. All right, so let me set my drink down. Come here, Toots. Come here. Arrow's wanting to see you. Come here. Get up here. Come here. Come here, lazy thing. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Come on, because Arrow's watching. You know who Arrow is. You remember Sweet Arrow. She's wanting to see you. Let me get the camera flipped around. There's Toots. There she is, Arrow. Come here. Look up here. Look up here. Look, say hey to Arrow. Say hey to Arrow. Yeah, I know you're pawing at me. You want me to pat on you. I'm watching whatever's going on down here. They got, looks like they're getting ready to block a lane off or stop traffic or something. I don't know. I ain't figured out yet what's going on down there. All I know is the car was just broke down, and then it backed up to get out of the way, and then that guy come walking up, I guess either to go get some gas or make a phone call, or I don't know. I don't know. Next thing I know, here comes the ambulance. Hey, everybody's saying hey to Tootsie. Look here. Look here. Everybody's saying hey to Tootsie. I didn't move the camera over where y'all can see her better. If it'll sit right there. Because I'm on the darn gimbal. But yeah, Arrow wanted to see you. Yeah, they're blocking it off. So I'm going to flip it back around here where y'all can see the live action that's happening in the great city of Lenore. Look at this mess. This is going to create a mess here. He's cut his lights off and he's pulling in up here, the one that was making the turn right there, but he's going in behind me. He must be going to go around the other way, and I don't know where he went. All right, so let me get back to the chat. I don't see the ambulance anymore, so all the excitement must be over with. Well, no, here comes another one. Let's see right here. I'm getting back to it because there's where everybody's saying hey to Joshy and Stacy, and then there's where Teleco Toys came in. Joshy says Arrow saying hi to everybody, and then I read that. So I went back to. Okay, Blaine says, dang, William, that's not good. They were dying to get a drink. Blaine, Lord have mercy. Paula said, hey to you, Tootsie. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. I'm making sure that nobody's come in. So Lake's in there too. Joshy, I must have missed that comment. So, hey, Lake. I know he said the Arrow was watching and stuff. So if Lake's watching too, hello, Lake. Hope you've been doing good, buddy. I guess y'all gonna be back on school books here before long. Yeah, here we go. Gary's singing Tootsie, hello. Virginia says Jefferson shaved makes you look. Oh, she's talking about me. Well, I appreciate that, Virginia. I don't think it makes me look younger, but I appreciate that. Jimmy says to Joshy that he's doing good, that he's wonderful. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Erica's saying hey to Tootsie. David says, hello, Miss Tootsie. What you been doing this week? Bite anybody interested? David. And Rick's laughing with Blaine there, and William says they got to talk about it 20 minutes before they do anything. Yeah, he's talking about the law down here. Blaine says breakdown, I think, with illegal activity. I think is what he was meaning right there. Scott saying, what's up, y'all? Hey, Scott. Hey, buddy. I know you was meaning me, Virginia. She says that darn spell check working overtime. She says, I didn't say Jefferson. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Yeah, okay, right there. He says, Lake says hi, Jeff. And Blaine says, hey, Scott and Joshy and family. And Scott says, school starts tomorrow up here on the mountain. Yeah, I know. The mountains always start earlier than the rest of us because of the snow and stuff. And Joshy and Stacy says they're already started school. They're homeschool. Yeah, I knew they was homeschool, but I wasn't going to tell that part, But you've told it in here, so that's fine, because that's up to you. But I didn't know that they had already started back, though. I just figured it was getting close for them to where, as far as schoolwork was going to be starting back. But yeah, Josh and Stacy homeschool their kids, which I knew that. Scott's saying hey, David's saying hey, Virginia's saying hey, Paula says cutie. Thank you, Paula. Gary says, I see Lenora has 3 patrol cars. Yeah, well, they actually got more than 3. Heck, that's the SUVs. They got more of the regular. Look at that gasser going right there, pulling that camper. Darn gasser pulling the camper right there. That was different. Let me get back to the chat here. It jumped on me. They've actually got more of the what is that? It's not the Monte Carlos, but the I guess it's the Dodge. It's the Dodge vehicles. They got more of those than they do the SUVs that you're seeing right there. And they're gray now. They look like state trooper vehicles. And I found out it's because they can't get that blue color that you're seeing on the SUVs right there. They don't make that paint color no more. That's at least what I got told by the mayor of Lenore. All right, so I'm back here to where Blaine says, thanks, Paula. Blaine says, thanks, Paula. Make that comment about, hey, cutie. Everybody's saying, hey. Natalie says, that last cop brought some donuts. Angie saying, hey to Arrow and Lake. Jimmy's saying, hey. Blaine says, oh, you meant Jeff. Hey, Linda saying, hey, Jeff and Tootsie and everyone. Paula says, I meant Tootsie. So, Blaine, me and you both were wrong. Fred says, who brought the coffee, Natalie? Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Erica says, bring them coffee and donuts. Robin Denise, hey guys, says, hey, we're finally here. Been trying to help the oldest get the classroom ready for school to start, and then some things with the youngest, and then all the normal hubbub that we too ourselves have. Yeah, the hustle and bustle that y'all have. Yeah, I can understand that, Robin Denise. And you know me, because I've always said it. You come in anytime you want to, stay as long as you want to, leave when you want to. You don't have to come in. Thumbs up, thumbs down, middle finger. It's all the same to me. Let me get back to their comment, because boy, it jumped. Linda's saying hey. Scott's saying hey. Joshy's saying hey. Robin Denise is saying hey. Everybody's saying hey right now. Yeah, Dodge Charger. There we go. Thank you, Scott. I knew it was a Dodge. I don't even know why I was saying Chevy at first. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Virginia says, Scott, how are you feeling, or how far are you from Raleigh? He's a little farther than me, Virginia, but I'll let him answer that. Josh says, it's like Alice's restaurant. And Angie's talking to Dry Creek there, asking them how they're doing. And Teleco says, nobody can't mix paint. And then Scott says, he's 4 hours, Virginia. And then Robin Denise says, not too bad, Angie Sue, how are you doing? And Josh is saying, hey. Dry Creek saying, hey. Gary says, looked like pretty blue on the police cars. And Scott's saying, everybody's saying, hey right now. Dan the Map Man, hey buddy. You working tonight and on break right now? And you can answer that, or however. I know most of the time you're usually at work and on break about right now as far as supper break. And now they says the SUV cop. And Linda's saying hey, Gary's saying hey, Dan's saying hey to everybody. Everybody's saying hey. William says good night everyone, 3 a.m. is on the way. Yeah, that's early, William. So hey, hop off here and get you some good sleep, William. I appreciate you coming in, and I'll chat with you on the next go around. Hold on a minute here, because it jumped on me again. All right there. And then Paula says, are you going to play bingo? Yeah, I'll be in after a while, Paula. You know, as soon as I get done with the live show and get home, I'll be in bingo tonight. Angie says, tired from work today, but doing good, Dry Creek. Thanks for asking. And everybody's saying hey to everybody. And then Paula says, we have a ton of fun in bingo. Yeah, she's right about that. It's like YouTube. It's one big old family in bingo. Teleco says, have a good one, William. And Robin and he says, you're welcome, Angie. And everybody's saying good night to William. Paula says, I need to go see my meta boyfriend. And she is talking not about me, but about Ninja. And of course, I know none of y'all, well, a couple of y'all in here know who Ninja is. That's who Paula's talking about. She's going in to go see Ninja. And then Blaine says, we need a Dry Creek in Savannah. He's talking about all that rain that they've got. And everybody's saying hey right now. And Fred says, yes, that's true, Paula. And then Dry Creek's questioning Blaine. I take it that Blaine's meaning either from the water or he's wanting an actual store to where he can get y'all's products. Blaine says, Paula, he's live right now. No, wrong one, Blaine. I've done told who it was. Virginia's saying hey and wanting to know how Robin and Niece is doing. And he's, Dan the Map Man's working. He's on his dinner break. So don't work too hard tonight, Dan. Who is this pulling behind me? I have no idea who this is right here. Unless, well, they're coming to watch the show too, I guess, down here with the police. Blaine says, or check out Bluffton or Buford, South Carolina, Denise. Oh, well, Lord, the wall's pulled right up here. Y'all can't really tell, but that's the law that's right here and behind that pampas grass. And right there, now he's getting out. You see him now. Jimmy saying hope is all well to Dry Creek. And everybody's saying hey to everybody. But yeah, don't work too hard tonight, Dan, the Mountain Man. That's what I was trying to finish saying. Robin Lee says, not too bad, Virginia. How are you? Doing okay still from your reaction? And I'll let Virginia answer that because I kind of already answered that earlier in the live show. Linda wants to know what's cooking, Virginia. Dry Creek's talking to Jimmy there saying hope he's good. And Paula's telling William good night. Virginia says much better, thanks, Dry Creek. And Paula says send all that rain to West Virginia. I'm sure a lot of us would, Paula, if we could. And everybody's saying, Linda says, hey, Jeff or Jefferson? No, it's Jeff. Her spell checker, autocorrector, put Jefferson instead of just Jeff. Thank you, Paula, saying pretty sunset. Yeah, I was wondering if we was going to get another good sunset or not, because the clouds were thicker than what they are right when I first came on. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Linda's telling Fred and Connie that I hope their summer's been fun. Dan says, I may have to leave work early tomorrow since Trump is going to be in Asheville. Yeah, I saw that a little while ago on the news, Dan, where he's going to be in Asheville tomorrow. And Jimbo says, Paula, where are you needing that rain? So Paula, Jimbo's asking you where you need that rain in West Virginia. If you want to answer it, that's up to you. I know where you are in West Virginia, but I'll let you tell it if you want to tell it. You don't have to, but that's completely up to you. Virginia says roast pork, homemade rolls, and cinnamon bread. Lord have mercy, she's made that cinnamon bread again, because she had made it when I talked to her here yesterday or the day before. That's some good stuff too. So Paula has let you know, Jimbo, that she's in Charleston, West Virginia. And then Linda's going, Virginia, that's yummy. Now, I'm curious myself. I would walk down there, but you know me, I'm not that nosy. And I wished I could see better. But they're around that car that broke down, so maybe something went on that I just didn't see. Oh, don't you start talking that, Paula. Making banana pudding. Lord have mercy. Fred says working mostly, but I had a blast at Kicking It Country's shindig last month, Linda. And Rick Ayers, Virginia's making him hungry. And Jimbo says, I was just wondering where. I'm originally from Beckley. Okay, yeah, I know Beckley's just right there below Charleston, West Virginia. And David says, so there you go, Paula. You got another fellow West Virginian in here with you. Well, and he's from West Virginia, but he's not in West Virginia anymore. David says, I hope nobody finds out I'm in Campbellsville, Kentucky. That's top secret. David. Teleco says, go down there and give a live report. Yeah, nah, I just sit right here. Paula says it's good. And I bet so. I mean, I don't know what banana pudding isn't good in a roundabout way. Dark Creek says, hey, did I hear you say as I walked in for a minute that you called someone a pompous ass? Who, me? No, not a pompous ass. I was saying brightness and a dummy that pulled in and blocked our view there for a minute. You know, because we couldn't see what all was going on with whatever is going on down there. Lord have mercy. Paula says, she's talking about the banana pudding being good. Fred says, David, you let it out of the bag. And Scott says, does Trump have a doctor's appointment tomorrow? That's the only reason I'll ever go to Asheville. That's little San Francisco. Has nothing to offer. You're right. See, Scott knows all about old Asheville. And I do too. That's, you know, Asheville's not what Asheville used to be. It's like Scott's saying there, it's turned into a little bit of a little San Francisco. Dan says, I had chicken with banana ketchup glaze for dinner. And there is Debbie Hawkins. You finally made it in. You finally made it in. That's a bingo buddy of mine, Debbie Hawkins. And a few of y'all in here know who that is. She's saying, well, hello all, and of course Jeff and Tootsie. So you finally made it in, Debbie. or I got to give you a little bit of hell, Debbie. You finally figured out either how to chat on your phone, because I know her poor old sister, Donna, that was in last week. Debbie's her sister, and they were actually going to watch together tonight, her and Donna, but Donna's under the weather. And I was like, dadgum, because I talked to Debbie right before I went live, and her sister's under the weather, so that's why we're not seeing Donna in here. But I told Debbie, I said, I hope your sister gets to feeling better. Let me get back to where Debbie came in. Natalie says, did they pull Yitz over? Linda says, I heard that Bucky's has a good pudding fudge. Now I'm hungry. I hadn't tried their pudding fudge. I didn't know about that. I know they make a banana pudding, and I've tried it. You know, it's all right. It ain't, I've had better. You know, I got it twice while I was over there this past spring when I went to Bucky's. But it's, you know, like I said, I can gum it down, but I've had better. And it's mainly from the ones that I know from YouTube that's made it for me. You know, have made it way better than Bucky's. Dry Creek says, "Oh, maybe that was me." Yeah, I could hear Denise now cussing that fool that blocked our view, pulled right in front of me there and blocked our darn view. I could hear her now saying, "You dumbass, get the hell out the way," or pompous ass. Oh well, and I see now. I'm just now catching on because y'all know me. I'm slow, and it takes me a minute to catch on stuff. I said pompous grass because there's pampas grass right here. So, jeez, I got myself so damn confused. It ain't funny. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see. Fred saying hey to Debbie. Debbie saying hey there. And Dan says Trump is having a rally at the Tompus Wolf Theater, and if these brightnesses will quit revving up their engine, this ain't Rod Run here in Lenore. And Scott says that's it, Yankees in Lenore. God. Dry Creek says it's not, and that's sad. We like to go to the Biltmore. Yeah, and Biltmore finally put out their new commercial today, undoubtedly. Well, it could have been out yesterday, but today was the first I saw it, where they've changed over now to saying it's fall time, you know. And David's saying hello to Debbie. Paula says, I got to make baked steak and mashed potatoes and corn and green beans and rolls on Thursday. So Davey says, I've been here just watching. I figured, because I made a comment. I said, I think there's one in there that's just watching, that's not chatting yet. And Kentucky Leisure Rick says, Scott, is that Asheville's nickname, or is that Asheville's politically like San Francisco? I know Scott's going to answer that, Rick, but I'll go ahead and tell you it's the second half of that comment. Linda says, Jeff, where's Leslie? She was in here. They're at they're in Pigeon Forge right now enjoying their vacation, Linda, and they were at the island, and she wasn't getting a good signal. So she's kind of been in and out, Linda. But yeah, they're on vacation right now. Paula's saying hey to Debbie. And Paula, right quick, Debbie is Embers and Bingo. Just letting you know, Paula, that's who Debbie is. That's Embers and Cole that's in Bingo, comes in Bingo. Fred says, sending prayers to your sister, Debbie. And Debbie says, thank you so much. And Robin Denise says, it isn't anything to write home about. And Dan says, Asheville is politically like San Francisco. And Dry Creek's laughing. And Teleco says, Jeff, you coming to Rod? No, right now I'm not planning on going to the fall Rod Run, Teleco. That could change. But right now I don't have any plans to go to Pigeon Forge as far as the rest of this year. Rick says, oh, gee, Scott, that's too close to me. Give me a second here. Let me drink my Coke here. Because my mouth was getting dry again. Blaine says, hey to Debbie. Romney says, you got it. I knew you would. It takes me a little bit. I'll eventually figure stuff out. Yeah, Linda says, Jeff, are you smoking grass? Then Jack Creek's laughing. Virginia says, niece from Texas is coming to visit in 2 weeks. She's bringing me a Bucky's shirt. I have wanted one for a long time. Well, hell, if I'd have known that, Virginia, I'd have mailed you one. I'd have went right into Buc-ee's up there in Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Kodak, whatever you want to call it, because it's actually in Kodak. I'd have went up there and got you one, and I'd have mailed you one, Virginia. You should have told me. I'd have been glad to mail you one. Paula's laughing. Scott says to Rick there, that's what the people and business owners that live in Asheville wants. They want it to be just like San Francisco. There's homeless everywhere. There's shit in the streets, needles everywhere. And Scott is right. I mean, it's went to hell in a handbasket. Asheville has in certain parts. I don't really want to say the whole city, but most of the city has went to hell in a handbasket. Natalie says Jeff has been smoking some pampas grass. And Fred says, nice, Virginia. Blaine says, dang, I told y'all some illegal activity. Lord have mercy. So y'all are watching whatever's happening, and I'm having to pay attention to the chat. Fred says, the last time we went to Asheville was the last time we will go to Asheville. Then Paula says, okay. Fred says, except when we're headed to Spruce Pine, of course. He's talking about heading to Blaine's. Natalie's laughing. Jimmy, okay, good night, Jimmy. Hey, thanks for coming in, buddy. And I'll talk to you later. You have a good night. Rick says, wow. And I'm for the ones that might just be coming in, Rick is Kentucky Leisure. He told us his name tonight. So if nobody hadn't said hey to Rick yet, under Kentucky Leisure there, that's Rick. He says, wow, that's pretty sad about Asheville. I've been through there about 8 years ago. I guess I don't need to go there ever again. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in longer than that, other than when I'm driving through it on I-40. But you don't see none of that mess on I-40. Other than that, I couldn't tell you the last time I've been downtown Asheville. Everybody's telling Jimmy good night. Linda says, Virginia, that's nice. She's bringing you a shirt. And there's John Asper. Good evening to everybody in chat from Columbus, Ohio. Hey, thanks for coming in, John. Hope you're doing good. Everybody's saying good night to Jimmy. Scott says, politically for sure, then they even defund their police department. And everybody's saying hey to John Asper. Paula says it's the same in Charleston, West Virginia. Lord, I hope not. Of course, it's been a while since I've been to Charleston, West Virginia. Scott says, laughing Fred, we won't let that happen here. And everybody's saying hey to John Asper. And everybody's saying good night to Jimmy. And Paula's saying hi to Rick. And Teleco Toys is saying hi to Rick. John says they broke ground last Thursday for the Buc-ee's in Ohio. And Dan says I have to go back to work. I'll see you guys. Yeah, don't work too hard, Dan. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Everybody's saying good night to Dan. Josh says last time I was in Asheville, you could smell funny grass everywhere you went. I wouldn't doubt it, Josh. Wouldn't doubt it one bit. It's like that way in Cherokee now too. It's legal in Cherokee. Walk around, whatever. Linda says Buc-ee's has a car wash somewhere. Yep. The Buc-ee's car wash that I know is up there in Kodak, up there above Pigeon Forge. Now, that's a big car wash too. Paula's saying goodnight to Dan. Everybody's saying goodnight to Dan. Lord, y'all passed the time by. It's already 8:30. I've been on for an hour. I can't believe it. Don't feel like I've already been on for an hour. But I mean, I'm only gonna stay on for a little bit longer because I'm gonna go back home and get on VR and chat with my VR buddies too. But like I said though, I went live again tonight. And while y'all are in here, because everybody's saying good night to Dan right now, Paula says, yep, it is. But I'll go while y'all are all in here. Next week, I know I won't be live. Let me roll up this window till this bunch decides to quit revving engines and showing off their bumblebee, pissed off bee sounding exhausts. Let me read Kentucky's right quick, and then I'll tell you what I was going to tell you. I remember when I was young, the wacky tobacco used to smell good. Now it's nasty. Smells like a skunk on steroids. Lord have mercy, Rick. So next week, next Tuesday, I know I won't be live. That's sort of the reason why I went live tonight too, because I didn't really want to miss 2 weeks back to back. I mean, I know I've done that before, but I thought, shoot, since I know I'm not going to be live next week, I'll go ahead and go live tonight, at least for a little while. I'm going to be out of town next week. I am headed out of town next week. But I won't be going live or anything like that. And the only reason I'm getting quiet right now is because I'm trying to figure out what I want to tell or say, or even if I want to tell or say. And I might just leave it at that with that kind of comment. But I will say this though. Fill y'all in on the following week as far as to where I went. I mean, I could, Rick, I could take y'all with me. But this is a different kind of trip that I'm going out of town for. And I will just leave it at that too. Somebody in here already knows what I'm talking about though, but I'm not going to say no names. And everybody's agreeing with Rick with his comment there. And then Blaine says, well, folks, y'all be good, as this old man is gonna do some quiet time and read and then go to bed. Got a meeting in Savannah. And, oh yeah, hey, be careful on the roads tomorrow, Blaine, and I definitely hope your shoulder gets better to where you can be able to get back in bingo and get back to playing golf and, you know, all the other fun stuff that we do in VR. But I appreciate you coming in, Blaine, and everybody saying good night to Blaine right now. So I'll just because I know there hadn't been any comments. Oh shit, as soon as I speak, by God, Scott throws up a comment there saying Jeff's got a hot date. Well, I'm not gonna lie, Scott's hit the nail on the head with that comment. And Scott didn't know. There's really only one person in here that knows. But Scott's hit the nail on the head. Jimbo says, enjoyed being in here with everybody. Great company to be in. Not everybody. Hey, good night, Jimbo. I appreciate you coming in too. Linda says, Jeff, are you betting plastics? Wait a minute. Are you betting plastic surgery? Betting plastic surgery. You got me confused on that comment, Linda. Sort of clarify what you're asking there. Betting plastics, or am I getting plastic? No, I'm not getting plastic. Hell no. What the hell do I need plastic surgery for? Teleco says, have a good one, Blaine. Linda says, good night, Blaine. Hey, Ed. Ed's giving a thumbs up. So he's, I guess, been in here watching and just not typing. Hey, thanks for coming in, Ed. And on that comment, too, nobody really has to chat or type. I mean, hey, I'm completely fine with people coming in and just watching. I mean, if you want, like I said, if you want to chat, chat. If you don't even have to. Virginia says, sounds like it, Scott. Debbie says, not Blaine. Fred saying good night to Jimbo. And then Rick says, well, I'll be damned. Well, like I said, you know, and last week I wasn't telling y'all no lie either. I really wasn't. What all I told last week, I was telling the truth. I wasn't, you know, the news I told last week was the news that I told. You know, but this is sort of, you know, came about afterwards in a roundabout way. But I like I said, might wait till after next week, to tell stuff. Natalie says, is this a date with a person? Well, I would hope so, Natalie. It damn sure ain't gonna be with no animal or whatever the hell else you're thinking. And I know Natalie's picking at me. For the ones that might not know in here, Natalie's picking at me. No, not that direction, Gary. I'm not going that direction. I am going south, but not that direction. I need to shut up. Teleco says, have a good one, Jimbo. And Virginia's saying good night to Jimbo. Scott says, Jeff, we are so connected that I can tell in your voice. Well, hell, Scott, when you know somebody for a few years, getting to know people through YouTube and meeting them in person, you can usually figure out. So I'm right there with you, Scott. And everybody's saying hey to Ed and good night to Jimbo. And Scott says, Jeff, stop by on your way to Virginia, or is it West Virginia? No, I'm not going north. Of course, he probably typed that before I said what I said, too. No, I'm not going north. Paula's laughing. Rick says, is it one of those there bingo floozies? Maybe, Rick. Maybe. Maybe not. Virginia's laughing. Everybody's laughing. Linda says, Natalie, you're too funny. Fred says, this topic has gone south as well. And then Debbie's laughing. And Scott says, VR in real life is Georgia. Well, it's not Georgia, Scott. It's next door to Georgia. And Natalie says, bingo floozy. God knows. Oh, Lord. Yep. I'm going to be having conversations in bingo tonight. Yeah, especially with the one that I'm going to be seeing. I can't wait to see what she's going to say. Oh, Lord have mercy. No, it's not Tennessee. I said beside Georgia, not above Georgia. Paula's going, yep. Oh, Lord have mercy. Linda says, Jeff, I know it's one of those women from the campground. No, it's not, Linda. It's not. I can tell you that right now. It's not one of the gypsy women. Both of them's married anyway. Gary says, so we have narrowed it down. It's a lady from bingo in South Carolina. Still the wrong state, Gary. Gotta go the other way. You gotta go the other way. Scott says, I've got her pegged though. She was in with us last week. Bingo. Fred, hit me with your stick. I want. No, not last week, Scott. Not last week, but tonight. First time tonight. Yeah. And Debbie says, that's a fact. Then David, he says, must be Alabama. And then Nellie says, Alabama, mama. And Blaine says, FYI, y'all need to get mini golf. Okay, I'm going to bed now. Blaine says, easy on Alabama. Fred says, exactly, Blaine. And then Scott says, she was in the chat last week, but Jeff, I wish you nothing but the best. No, she wasn't in the chat last week. Her sister was. Now the cat is out of the bag. Her sister was in the chat last week. Her sister's not feeling good this week, so that's why we're not seeing her in here tonight, as far as the sister. And Scott's really gonna know now. Hell, all y'all gonna know now. Look, Nally's done figured it out. Nally's done topped it. And look here, Scott says, roll tide, Blaine. Blaine says, RTR. Roll tide, roll. Virginia says, now we know. And Teleco says, might as well tell it. Well, I already have. But I'm just leaving it at that. And Debbie's laughing. Debbie's laughing. Scott says, twins. Jeff, you dog. And Paula's laughing. Lord have mercy. We'll have more of this conversation in a couple of weeks. Dally's laughing. David says, I had a girlfriend once, but she chewed the roping to kill loose. David! Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Blaine says, those twinsies are pretty cool people, and the daughter as well. Great folks. And Blaine is right, because Blaine knows exactly who I'm talking about, too, now. And he didn't know. He didn't know at first, but he knows now, because he knew them before I even knew them. Debbie says, roll tide, whoop, whoop. And Blaine says, and I need to fix this right quick. Give me 1 second here. All right, hey, Debbie, next time you chat, Debbie, your name's going to turn blue. Your name's going to be in blue. Before I forget to do that. Blaine says, I missed the convo. I just got back on. And Linda says, Scott, you're a hoot. Blaine says, praying for y'all, Debbie. Scott! Rick's laughing at David. David says, hello, Debbie. Hope you're doing good. And John says, don't forget to wear your raincoat, Jeff. And Natalie says, Tootsie will be jealous. And no, Tootsie's going with me. Tootsie's going with me, so she definitely ain't going to be jealous. If anything, I might be jealous, because Tootsie's going to have somebody to play with. Blaine says, off to bed, dang it, or I'll be hunting a new gal. Yeah, go to bed, Blaine. you can hit me up tomorrow, Blaine. And Debbie says, thank you, Blaine. Kentucky's laughing at John. Linda says, we're missing Tootsie. And Fred says, Blaine, are you having FOMO? Thought you went to bed. And Scott says, Blaine, tell Mallory we said hey. Yeah, tell Mallory we all said hello, Blaine, for us. Hope she's doing good. Natalie says, oh, you chicken afraid to play without Tootsie? No, not as much as that. It's just like y'all in here. Everybody wants to meet Tootsie. So I got to take Tootsie with me. Debbie says, I am doing great. Hope you are as well. And Scott says, biting my tongue. So Scott's biting his tongue. Scott, you don't have to bite your tongue. Go ahead and say whatever you want to say. I'll either answer it or won't answer it. You know me, Scott. You know good and well you can write whatever you want to on my show. Natalie says, a date is different, dude. And David says, Tootsie is the boss in here. It'd be nice if Tootsie could read the chat for me. I mean, she would really be the boss. Oh, Lord, y'all had me in tears there for a while. That was funny. Because I told Debbie, I said, I'm going to have to figure out a way to break the ice, or, I said, we were talking. I said, Lord knows what all we're going to see in the chat tonight. I was giving her a heads up. Debbie says, Tootsie will have a Vader to play with, and that is correct. That is, Debbie's dog's name is Vader. cute little thing too. Natalie says, I hope you guys have a great time. Well, that's the game plan, Natalie. And then Scott says, well, there's Miss Debbie. Yeah, she's been chatting in here, Scott. She watched for the longest time before she finally come in and made comments to say hey. She's just watching from the start there for a while. Because I knew, because she had asked me, she says, I've never really watched it on the phone, and I was trying to help her out, you know, what to look for on the phone, and, you know, and how to do it. And and the whole time I've been chatting with y'all when I first came on, I thought, well, I know she's probably watching, or I know she's watching, but I guess she's, you know, but she's just watching. I guess she picked the right moment to come in to have her name pop in and stuff. David says, we always wish you well. I know that, David. I know all y'all like picking, and because y'all know I got thick skin, and Debbie's the same way. You know, we're all the same in here. Everybody's the same in here, as far as I know. We all got thick skin. We all can pick at each other, joke around and stuff like that. Debbie says, yep, here I am in all my glory. Scott says, Debbie, take care of our Jeff. He's the only Jeff like him that we have. And Paula's laughing. And Marcus Jones, Mr. Jeff, will you be out there live streaming the Jeep Invasion again? Oh, okay. Hey, thanks, Mark. I don't know if have you been in here before, Marcus? I'm not recognizing your name, but I appreciate you watching my videos and coming in and chatting with us. But no, I'm at home right now. Been back home for a while. I'm not planning on going over to Pigeon Forge anymore this year, as far as this year. So yeah, no, I won't be doing the Jeep Invasion. I know that for sure. I'm still debating on whether if I'll go back over for fall rod run and go live. You know, all that's still kind of up in the air at the moment. But right now though, I don't have any plans to go, even going to the rod run. But it could change as far as for rod run. But Jeep Invasion, yeah, no. I know I won't be there for Jeep Invasion. Debbie says I will most definitely take care of him. And Paula says she's headed to bingo. Yeah, I'm getting ready to head to bingo too myself, Paula. Rick says me and my family are happy. Thank you, Rick. Virginia says you two have a wonderful time. Thank you, Virginia. Linda says I'm jealous. Jeff is a keeper. And Debbie says happy bingo. See you soon, Paula. Scott says, Debbie, what's your thoughts on Lenore, North Carolina? She hadn't been to Lenore yet, Scott. Natalie says, Jeff, don't you let her catch you looking. And Fred says, see you later in bingo, Paula. Oh, Lord have mercy. Andy says, be careful driving, Jeff, and have a great night. Yeah, it. You know, I'm not going till later on in the week. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a drive. But I'm used to it. I like road trips. Paula says, see you later. Yeah, I'll see you here in a little bit, Paula. I'm gonna wrap it up here in just a few minutes. I'll get Tootsie back up here where everybody can see Tootsie again and say hey to her. So Rick says, that's funny, Natalie. Does Amanda know? Gary said, I was waiting on somebody to ask at or say something, because she hadn't been in yet. Or she hadn't commented anything yet. Amanda, please. Or Amanda, whichever one she comes in here under. But Gary, you know good and well, I ain't got a damn clue who Amanda even is. The only thing we are wondering if Amanda is a man, duh. Or if she is a woman. David says, I can see this in a year, the Tootsie and Debbie show narrated by, God, here we go. David, David. Then Nellie goes, uh-oh, Amanda. I hate that Leslie doesn't have a good signal. I couldn't imagine what Leslie would be writing right now. Linda says, Jeff, bring Debbie flowers and a treat for Vader. And Scott says, we can throw a pretty good shindig. Do I see a welcome to North Carolina shindig in the future? And then Rob he says exactly, because they're saying exactly about my comment about Amanda. Marcus says, I watch your videos, I always miss the live streams. Just happened to see you on this time, but okay, we're just wondering because we missed it last year, Jeep Invasion, but we will be up there this week. Okay. Oh, yes, yeah, that is right. The Jeep Invasion, is that this coming weekend, Marcus? Right quick while you're in here before I hop off. And Robin Denise says they're going to be there for Jeep Invasion. So, hey, Marcus, Dry Creek Beard Care, that's Robin Denise that I'm talking about. Go to their channel and subscribe to them because I know they will be live probably more than likely for the Jeep Invasion. So that'll give you a way to watch the Jeep Invasion also. But of course you said you was going to be up there. But Dry Creek Beard Care there, I know they show the Jeep Invasion also. And Marcus says, me and my fiance will have to catch up next time. Yeah, I'll probably go back over to Pigeon Forge next year at some point. But yeah, just stay tuned because I usually let all y'all know my plans as far as all what I got going on or what I'm doing. Natalie says, bye everyone, had a great, hey Natalie, thanks for coming in. Rick says, well, Rob and Denise will put on a better show anyway. Well, that's true, Rick. I tell you, I've been missing their live shows. Dang, we have a hoot in their shows. You never know what's going to happen when you go into Rob and Denise live shows. All I know is I'm always on the roof, and most of the time I'm falling off. Marcus says, yes, next week is the Jeep Invasion. This week is the Bronco week. Oh, okay, so they got the Bronco going on this week. See, I'm out of the loop since I've been home. I hadn't really, yeah, and we knew you meant Rob there, Rick. I hadn't really kept up with what I was going on in Pigeon Forge since I've been back home. And then Rob Denise is laughing. Debbie says, guess I'll change my name to Bingo Floozy. Lord have mercy, Debbie. Oh, golly. Teleco says he may be moving to Alabama. Them friends laughing at Debbie. Rick says, you guys are great when you do shows together. They are. Rob and Denise is funny. They says, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm prim and proper in our live shows. Virginia says, sounds like Debbie has a good sense of humor. She does, Virginia. She does. She really does. She does. And when I first came on, I made a comment about my schedule changing. Blame it on her. Blame it on Debbie. Lord have mercy. We stay up all night long. So I'm not sleeping at night now. I'm sleeping during the day. So just in case, the ones that's got my phone numbers, wait till of the evenings to text me or call me because I sleep during the day now. Let's see. Rick's laughing with Debbie. Linda says, Dry Creek, you're a hoot. Erica says, y'all have a safe trip. Jeff, good night. Everybody got it. Hey, thanks, Erica. Thanks for coming in. Dry Creek says, Linda, thanks. And Natalie says, you mean Prime and Pro, Rob Denise. And then everybody saying bye to Erica. And Rob Denise says, who the hell you trying to fool, Denise? And Scott says, dang, this bingo is the real deal. More going on in there than Fred slinging his stick. Cupid's throwing arrows too. And then Denise says, you be quiet, Rob. And Debbie says, blame it on Jeff. And everybody's saying good night to Erica and Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Says, I wish you and Debbie the best. I think it's great news. Thank you, Nancy. Teleco says, everybody call Jeff in the morning. Well, I will be awake in the morning, but then I'll be going to bed, too. Fred says, still waiting for you to show up, Scott. And Ed says, hey, Jeff, I'm glad that the VP is running because I'm like my women, dark and mysterious and a little on the trashy side. I know that song, Ed. Let me roll this window up. Let me get some lights on in here. And then Rick says, oh, hell, Scott. Lord, y'all got me in tears. Let me get the camera centered up right here. All right, stay. Let me see if I can get this where it'll sit better. Well, I know, let's see, hold on. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm having my at least once a video fiasco. Once a live fiasco. I'm tilting it down some and it's crooked now. All right, Tootsie, come here. Come here, it's a little crooked, little cockeyed. Hey, I appreciate all y'all coming in tonight. And like I say, though, you know, next week, I'm pretty sure I won't be live. Scott, what happened in bingo happens in bingo. That's what Fred's saying. Debbie says, thank you, Nancy. So I'm just making sure I'm caught up. Yeah, here we go, fiasco time. Tootsie is looking at you like, what the hell? That's right, Denise. That's right. Hey, but, you know, all jokes aside, though, you know, love each and every one of y'all. I know Tootsie Tootsie loves all y'all. I do know that. Of course, she's the star of the show. But thank all y'all for coming in tonight. And I might go live at the end of next week after I get back. If I do come back. I need to shut up. Anyhow, I will see y'all on the next go round. Probably in a couple of weeks. But I appreciate all y'all coming in. Love all y'all. And we'll see you soon. Good night, everybody. I got David. Yeah, just stock up on your messing then, David. Mr. Producer says, no, he's alive. Don't kill him, Debbie. Yeah, good night, everybody. All right, Tootsie, we're headed back home. I know you're ready to eat. I'm letting everybody tell everybody good night. Oh, you're welcome, Rick. Yeah, we're going. I'm just letting everybody tell everybody good night right quick. We're going to head back to the house.